Okay, this is part 2 of ladder E. So the first thing we need to do is think of a time when you were lost and then found your way. And we had just written down some emotions that Sylvester was feeling. Now you're going to think about how you were feeling. So think of a time. So you could start, a sentence starter for this would be, once I was lost. And you could write down where you were lost. Okay. And then, what were your emotions? I felt what? Okay, so those are your sentence starters. And how did you feel when you were lost? Okay. Then it says, how is your story similar to and different from the story of Sylvester? Complete a table to show your comparisons. So on the back, all right, so you're going to get those copied down, then and complete them. And then on the back, we're going to make a little table. And this is a table, right? Like you just make a line and you do a line. This is called a T-chart. And on one side, you're going to write me. And on one side, you're going to write Sylvester. Okay. And you're going to write down, okay, how did you feel when you were lost? You're going to write an emotion. And how did Sylvester feel? Well, we know that Sylvester, he felt scared. He felt worried. If I'm moving too fast for you, you know that you can always hit pause or watch the video again if you need to. He felt helpless. He felt hopeless. Okay? And that's how he felt. And we know that with Sylvester's situation is he turned into a rock. Now, my guess is you're not going to have the same scary situation as Sylvester is. In fact, I hope that you don't. I hope that none of you found a magic pebble and accidentally turned yourself into a rock, because that would just be really sad. So, you're going to have a different story than Sylvester, but you are probably going to have some of the same emotions. You might have felt scared or worried or helpless or hopeless. Okay? So if by chance you felt scared, I know one time I got lost in, it was a store called Albertsons. It's not called Albertsons. Now I think they're all pretty much Macy's. But I got lost at the grocery store, and I was really scared that I wasn't going to find my mom. And I was looking up every aisle, and eventually I think they called my name over the loudspeaker, and they found me. But I remember feeling a lot like Sylvester did. So you're going to write down, if you happen to feel scared, okay, when you were lost, you're going to circle those that are the same, or you can draw a line, okay, to those that are the same. And then like here, when you turned into a rock, well, that's definitely not something that you're going to be joining with yours. Okay, so Sylvester turned into a rock, not you. So you can think of some other things. What happened to Sylvester that didn't happen to you? So you're just thinking about what's the same as the story and what's different. So that's your table. Okay. And then that will be it for this question. So you're going to fill in this sentence. Once I was lost, fill that in and put a period. Talk about how you felt. Okay, put a period. And then on the back, you're going to make a table. And on one side, you're going to write me. And on the other side, you're going to write Sylvester. And you're going to write some details about Sylvester's experience and his emotions. And you're going to write some little details about your experience and your emotions. And you're going to connect the ones that are the same. Now, if you don't have any that are the same as Sylvester's, that's okay. That's something you discovered. So go ahead and hit pause. Finish question 2. And then we'll move on to question 3. All right, we're ready to move on to question 3, the last rung of the ladder. And it says, how does the author portray emotion in the book? So, how does the author show emotion in the book? What techniques does he use in the illustrations as well as the storyline? So we're going to look for emotion in the book, in the illustrations, and the story. And for this one, you are going to need your sheet of lined paper out so that we can go through the book and look at the emotion and read the words. Okay, on this first page, we have the Duncan family here. And how would you say they look? And to me, I would say they look content. Content means that they're fine. There's nothing really going wrong at the moment. There's nothing bad happening. There's nothing especially amazing happening. So they're content. They're fine at the moment. And content is a good way to be. We see Dad's relaxing. Notice that his legs are crossed and that he's just reading the newspaper. And Mom is sweeping the floor, but she doesn't look worried or concerned. And Sylvester is just looking at his pebble collection. Now, as we move on, okay, look at the emotion in Sylvester's face. And one thing to remember is that back in 1970, 50 years ago, this book won the Caldecott Medal for the pictures. Because William Steig was able to do such a great job with showing emotion in these animals. Okay. So we look here and we've got Sylvester. How does that emotion look? He's holding the pebble. He looks kind of surprised or wondering what it is. And his eyes look like they maybe got a little bit bigger when the rain stopped. And then he's experimenting more with the rain. And then here we have what a lucky day this is. We have an exclamation point. Okay. And here we see some emotion. We see a bit of a smile. I think might be in a little bit of shock at what's going on here with this rock. Let's turn the page, and this is where the lion comes in, and we know that this is a hungry, mean lion. So what has William Steig done there to make that lion look mean? Well, one important thing to notice is the eyebrows. Okay? You can see that the eyebrows go in, and if you take and draw a couple of eyes on your lined paper. Okay, a couple of eyes. You'll notice that you have a couple of eyes. The second you put on eyebrows that are kind of slanting in, that face is going to look mean. So that's just kind of a neat trick that you can do just with eyebrows, which what we've seen here. We see here with Sylvester that his mouth is kind of open. He's panicking. So we can kind of see with the mouth. So I'm going to put right here, and you can do the same, but we're going to put eyebrows because William Steig is able to show emotion with eyebrows. He's able to show emotion with the mouths of the animal. Okay. So we have the mouth, and I think also the eyes themselves. Notice that with surprise, we've got a big eye, and the eyebrow is higher. So if we draw our eyes again, and we put our eyebrows up high like this, suddenly we have surprise. Isn't that interesting how we have the exact same eyeballs? Then here the lion is wondering what is going on with this thing that turned into a rock, or this donkey that turned into a rock. And he looks confused. It says he's confused, perplexed, puzzled, and bewildered. All of those words mean confused. Using all those words just shows you that he's really confused. So all of those words. And when we have words that mean the same thing, okay, like tiny and small, those are called synonyms. So we're going to write that word down here. Synonym. So he uses synonyms to show emotion. Remember those two words that mean the same thing. Or in this case, we have 4 words that mean the same thing. And then we have our lion. He's decided he's going crazy. Okay. Now, how has William Steig shown that he's going crazy? What's going on with the eyes? And what I can do is I can focus this in here so you can see those eyes even up close. Okay, notice that he's kind of going cross-eyed. So let's try that on our paper, and then we're going to have to end this video because I'm almost at 15 minutes. But let's look at our paper again. He feels like he's going crazy, so let's draw some eyeballs again. But this time we're going to kind of make the eyeballs cross-eyed, like so. And we're going to put the eyebrows kind of up like this, like William Steig did. So we kind of have a crazy emotion. So I'm going to end this video, and then you're going to go on to part 3.